Yo, what's happening, sports people? And check it out, it's your boy Larry. And as promised, I'm back to do part two of my my little 2023 NFL season wrap up. Hey man, the NFL is going to be saying goodbye to two legendary coaches, and over in the college world, one coach's absence is going to be obvious for the next couple of years. I'm talking about Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll, and over in the college world, I was referring to Nick Saban. New England and Bill Belichick decided to part ways. Obviously, a lot of you might say that it was because, the minute Tom Brady left, the Patriots were done. I kind of, I believe that partly, you know what I mean? Yeah, Brady had some success once he left, but, I don't think it was only Brady that, caused, the Patriots to start collapsing the way they did. I mean, there weren't, I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember that, due to injury or suspension, New England's been successful without Brady, being under center. So is that, that's why I think it's really not fair to say that once Brady left, Bill Belichick was going to fall apart. When I say that the Patriots been successful when Brady was out, I mean, you still had guys that bought into that Patriot way system that they had. I mean, a lot of you have heard it. You still had guys like Gronk. You had Julian Edelman. You had some defensive guys that were there under the championship seasons. Just seems to me that once those guys retired, and Brady being the last of them, once Brady left, the Patriot way was done, and nobody there now bought into that system. So it's sad, it's sad that we're not going to be able to see Bill Belichick, break Don Shula's record. But I really think that, the reason Bill Belichick isn't getting a lot of phone calls, isn't getting a lot of interest is, his message kind of got old. You know what I mean? It's like that disciplinarian coach isn't the type of coach that's going to last anymore. I mean, look at these guys like Dan Campbell and, Kevin Stefanski. Those are players coaches, and that's kind of what the league is looking for now. Bill Belichick and the disciplinarian type, like, Bill Parcells, Bill Cowher, those hard-nosed coaches, they don't really last long. And nowadays, you see Belichick can't recreate that, that run that they've been on. So, like I said, I tip my hat to Bill Belichick because he's about the most successful coach that there's been. And, yeah, he'll see the hall one of these days. Now for old Pete Carroll. And I say old Pete Carroll because even though he doesn't look it, he is the oldest coach in the league at 72 years old. Yeah, he's older than Belichick and he's older than Andy Reid. So, there it is. Hey man, Pete's been around, since 1994. He broke in 1994 as the head coach of the Jets. He left there, went to New England. And after he left New England, he went to college, went to USC where he had a hell of a lot of success. I know he won at least two titles, maybe one or two more. But I think that once the NCAA started looking into USC, Pete Carroll saw what was coming. They were going to be put on probation, so he jumped ship and back to the NFL where Seattle picked him up, and hey. Not a bad move for them because he came in, made him a playoff team. Hell, went to 2 Super Bowls, lost one. Hey man, like I said, I got to tip my hat to him because Pete Carroll's been around for a while, and hey, I don't, like I said, I think that Seattle's going to keep him on like as an advisor or somewhere in the front office. But hey man, Pete Carroll's been successful on both levels, and just like Bill Belichick, I think he deserves a look at the Hall too. So, like I said, I want to tip my hat to, Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll because nobody's done it better than you guys. Okay, man, now for Mr. Nick Saban. Let me start this by saying, hey, man, I feel, I really sympathize with the whole state of Alabama, and it ain't, it's got nothing to do with, the Supreme Court decision that they made the other day. Nick Saban is leaving, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are still reeling from that, even though, like I said, you got a decent coach in Caleb DeBoer. I mean, you saw what he did in Washington last year, but you know, it's going to take him a while to get back, you know, get Alabama back to the, you know, the level Saban had him at. I mean, I don't think I'm speaking too soon on that. It's just in my opinion, Caleb DeBoer he's not Nick Saban. So, you know, I wish him all the best, but I tell you what, I think I know the reason why, you know, Saban decided to hang him up, and it's got 3 little letters for you. NIL. You know, the system where they brought in to where now they're starting to, you know, let the athletes get paid. Nick Saban was one of the first coaches to come out and, you know, criticize it because, in his opinion, it takes away from the amateurism. You know, now these guys are, you know, I guess you would say they're semi-professional. You know what I mean? I think the NIL, and then when you combine it with the transfer portal, it's going to make it real difficult for some of these coaches to go sit in the kids' living room and try to recruit them to come to the school, because now, instead of how much playing time we're going to get, you know, what the facilities look like, things of that nature, the kids are going to come in and want to, hey, what kind of NIL deal can I get? And then the kid signs with your school that, you know, they get a better offer from another school with a better NIL system. And guess what you just created? You created free agency in college football. So I think Nick Saban saw that coming, and, you know, hey, you can't blame. I mean, what else is it out there for him to win? So, you know what I mean? So now, you know, now that he has to come in and compete against, you know, these players that are getting paid, because a lot of you remember when Saban came to the Dolphins, that was the biggest reason he left, is because he said he couldn't handle the $1 million egos. Well, now you're going to have $1 million egos in college. So, like I said, it's sad to see Saban go, but like I said, I understand why. So I tip my hat to you, Coach, and good luck in whatever your future entails. All right, folks. Look, I'm getting ready to wrap this video up, but before I do, like I said, I wanted to tell you a couple things. You know, try to keep you interested before football season starts up next year. Like I said, we got the combine coming up, and you know, we got some pretty good players coming out next year. I mean, we got Marvin Harrison Jr. coming out. J.J. McCarthy, he's going to enter the draft. You know, the QB from Michigan. Michael Penix is going to be there. I'm kind of excited to see where these guys land. You know, who picks them up. Another big name just entered the draft. Brendan Rice, you know, the son of Jerry Rice. He's going to be coming out in the draft this year. So hey, you know, we got a lot to look forward to. I really want to watch the combine and see how, you know, if Jerry Rice's son shows up. I really want to see how Michael Penix and I forgot about Rome Odunze, the other wide receiver from Washington. Hey man, NFL is going to be pretty exciting next year with these new players coming. So, like I said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up for now, and stay tuned. We'll be back, you know, periodically with, you know, some free agent news, things like that. But we'll see you on the next one. Peace.